Okay. Okay, story time. Yeah, I'm not a perfect video person. I just wing it. I'm not, into all that. I just talk. And this is my beautiful mom. And that's when the perms were really in style. And she put me through hairdressing school. She used to go get her hair done like at this place called Gray Rose in Salem. And it cost her a lot of money. And I think she put me through hairdressing school so she could have her own hairdresser. But I used to give her perms, and there she is. And she's beautiful. Look at her. Oh, I miss you, Mom. But anyway, so you can look at my beautiful mom. Um, she went through a lot. She went through hell. Also married to a alcoholic. He was a functioning alcoholic. So he basically would be good all week, but then he had to go to the VFW club to celebrate, working, and which was fine, I guess. But so I didn't see a lot. Like I don't really. They never really fought in front of us. Um, but he'd do his VFW thing and play pool. He always was like into playing pool. And so, yeah, look at her. Oh, I miss you, Mom. But anyways, I wanted to talk about synchronicities, like number synchronicities. I don't know if anybody's experienced that, and I've had it my whole life. Um, Probably just a coincidence and coincidence life, but this is like ever since I was a child. So, um, number sequences. I, so when I was working at Deer Park, like I'd go in and I'd look down, and as soon as I drove into their complex, I'd look down and like the clock would say 333. And I'm like, I used to say a prayer before I went in there. I would be like, oh, I'm going into the beehive. Lord, please protect me. And what's going to happen today? So anyways, but number sequences. So then one time I was logging out, or I was looking up like my pay information or something on there, and it was like 666, and the HR lady Mindy was standing there. I'm like, oh God, 666. And it was just, I just always have number sequences like my whole life. So they say that that's like angels sending you a message, but I don't know. I just think it's really, I kind of like it when it happens. It's kind of freaky, and I'm like, oh. So I was always like big into numerology, and I've always studied like, what numbers mean and everything, and I just find it really, really interesting. So it probably doesn't mean anything, I don't know, but I just think it's really funny how it shows up at certain times. Um, it's showed up certain times when I've been thinking about something, and then all of a sudden I'll get like, oh, 1111, or I don't know, the numbers. People that are aware of this stuff, they know what the numbers are. But anyway, so I wanted to continue about my job at the River Green. So I was telling you about how my password wouldn't work, okay? So I was just waiting for red flags, all right? Because these places are like, which I probably shouldn't do that. My daughter's like, Mom, you just got to ignore people. Like, because you'll never get anywhere if you, like, let everybody bother you. I'm like, but this has been my whole life. Okay, so she doesn't understand. So, so I was just waiting for the red flags. I'm like, when are they going to start? Because they don't start right away. They start after, all right? So, so my password wouldn't work, right? And I know that girl that was she was the front desk manager. She was being really frustrated because, like, I'm learning the system. She has to train me, whatever. Okay, now my stupid password won't work. And so I think she got frustrated, but she punched in on the computer, like, really aggressively. Like, how about fuck you one? Oh, sorry, I sweared. People that don't like swearing, sorry. That's exactly what she said. So she punches in it very aggressively. She punches in fuck you one, and it worked. I was like, oh, okay, well, whatever. That's my password now, fuck you one. I'm like, that's great. I'm like, whatever works. so just wait for the red flags. But there was this lady, Kathy, that worked there. She worked there like for a long time, I guess. And, she had to keep on saying that, people, I've worked here for 12 years, I work here, whatever. I'm like, well, maybe you worked here too long. Maybe it's time for a change. I don't know. But anyway, so she was like, we'd sit there, and when it wasn't busy, like I think she was just talking to me to get information and find out about me, because that's what they do. It's all right, whatever. I'm an open book. All right. I have nothing to hide. I'm down to earth, and I'm just like, I'll tell you, I don't even care. So I guess I should be more private, but whatever. This is the world we live in, and everybody can do whatever they want, and I'm going to be able to tell my stories. So, so she's talking to me, and we're having a good talk, and I don't know. She was telling me about Dartmouth Hitchcock Center, I guess something. I don't know. She had bad service with them or something. She was telling me her whole story. I thought she was really nice, okay? But she was like stuck on her ways, all right? And so like everything had to be her way or whatever. Like she was good, I guess. I know she was a really good employee, I guess. But I was like, we had to do this like book and a log of like what went on, like throughout the shifts. Okay, so I would write in there or whatever, and it didn't matter because nothing that I do matters. So, but she was like, she put something in there like, oh, dumb people not allowed, or some, it was kind of derogatory. I was like, wow. I was like, I don't think that's right. And then the guy that worked there, another guy that worked there, he was like, oh, this is like her venting book. Venting book or whatever. I forget what he called it, her diary or something, right? And but literally I said, like, so I sent a nice message to a customer, and I was like, oh, da da da, whatever it was about sheets, right? And then when I went in there to check it, like, she literally did my email over. Like, my email that I sent wasn't good enough. And this is what I'm telling you, all right? I can't progress in life because for some reason I have people that always trying to do stuff. I don't know. It's weird. I mean, even when I was a hairdresser, all right, it was like so much competition. Oh, I should tell you stories about when I was a hairdresser. Oh, I have so many stories about that when I was trying to start to be a hairdresser. And that's why I got out of that, because I was like, it was so backstabbing, Women should be lifting women up, all right? Women shouldn't be jealous of other women. I'm not a jealous person. Like, if I see a woman that looks pretty, I'm not going to sit there and go, oh my God, look at her dress. Look what she's wearing. Look at her hair. No, I'm going to tell that woman, wow, you look really beautiful. And not in a, gay way. Just be like, wow, Or if they're doing really well, I will give them, I'm like, wow, good for you. And that's how it should be. It's like, what's up with these jealous bitches? Is that just because you're insecure with yourself? I don't know, but you're ruining people's lives. You shouldn't do that. You should really reflect. Reflect on your inner soul, okay? And my poor mom, I think my mom was abused too, at her AT&T job. She worked there for 30 years, all right? She'd come home, and I remember listening to her like 11 o'clock at night. She worked the night shift, and she'd be like crying at the table, but she never told us anything, But I think they harassed her there too. I think a lot of stuff went on there, and she never told anybody. But God bless her. Oh, poor woman. I love you, Mom. Okay, I'll try to think of some other stories. I hope I'm not boring anybody, but I have nobody to talk to. I'm trying to like rekindle my relationships with my children. It's really hard. My other two children and my son finally got a job, and so he's really busy. And I don't know what the hell is. Leah has a nice job too, I guess. I don't know if she really likes it or not, but and she lives with some people in Amesbury, and I don't know them. And so I don't know what she's going through there, but, I'm just trying to I just want my family to be close again. I really wish we could just get together, have one dinner together like we used to. I don't know why it's so hard to do that, but, like a cookout, that's all I want. I really miss my family, so. Okay, so I'll think of some other stories, and, thanks for listening. Bye. Anybody that's supporting me and leaving comments that are inspiring and nice, then I really appreciate it. Thank you. Bye.